What's happening? Welcome back. Um, I wanted to talk about boredom. Boredom. I think um I think this generation is so used to uh always having something to do. Like Reels, for example. Um, it's just like if you're not doing anything, doom scrolling, something to pass the time. I think boredom helps you uh helps you actually think more. Because when you're just scrolling on Reels, your brain isn't, it's kind of just turned off. And I think that boredom actually helps that problem. I'm sure other people have talked about this before with uh, you know, wow. Um, just not, like, you don't always have to be active doing something. What is this guy on? Actively doing something, you know? And sometimes it's best if you just, wow, if you just stop. Like you're just stopping and thinking. Because, I mean, sorry, I'm like, I don't know. Wow, season 19 Grand Champ. Totally. Wow. Um, yeah, I think being bored helps to give you a lot of insight on why you're feeling a certain way, why you're thinking a certain way. And when you're not when you're doing stuff all the time, you're always active, always listening to music, your brain's not really stopping to think, then it's harder for you to process your it's harder for you to process your emotions properly because you don't even know why you feel that way. That's crazy. Um, and it's like you need that time for your brain to actually go through it and be like, why am I feeling this way, And what's the logical solution, or what's the right thing to do? Uh, what's the wise thing to do? Because this is kind of a problem that I tend to have, and sometimes I'm still having, where I'm uh, I'm always listening to music, and I don't really give myself time to think about scenarios, and just be bored. Just think, like, always having my brain on autopilot. And it kind of contributes to, what is it, like ADHD too? Like, I think, uh, is it ADHD? I don't really know. Whatever illness that you have that has you doing stuff all the time, uh, I think it can contribute to that as well. Because when you're so used to always doing something, yeah, you can't really process your emotion. I keep going in the circle. I just need another topic. I need something else to talk about. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I think boredom needs to come back. We've been without boredom for a hot minute, and it's kind of. I mean, it's also ruining our attention spans for sure. I hate playing against. Like, why is he in our game? I'm Diamond 3, and he's a grand champ. Why is he in my casual lobby? Ugh, I don't want to play this game, please, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna wait before I get into another game. Uh, yeah, boredom needs to come back. Our attention spans are cooked, and we need to learn to be tranquil at some point throughout the day. I've noticed that too with again myself, where I'll have a YouTube video on before I go to sleep, just so that it's not me and my thoughts alone in my bed, because I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm kind of I don't want to be alone with my thoughts. Maybe because I'll start overthinking things, or I'll start uh, thinking of why I'm doing certain things. I don't know. It's just it's strange. I don't really have a reason for it, uh, but I know that it was caused by something because I didn't always have to have the TV running in the background before I sleep. I mean, I say have to. I feel like I don't have to have it running. It's just like kind of like how some people like white noise when they go to sleep. I guess that would be my white noise. But yeah, it's like it's just something to keep me from being completely alone, I guess. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I hate feeling alone, which I definitely do. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure everyone hates feeling alone, but it's good to be alone sometimes to give yourself that freedom of not needing to feel like you need people's attention all the time, you know? Uh, because I think that's another issue is the need for attention in a lot of people. And um, like a lot of times that's what people are looking for in either a relationship or just a friendship is like wanting or needing attention, which is not in and of itself a bad thing, but if that's the whole reason that you're either in a relationship or the whole reason that you're friends with this person is just for attention, then I think that's different. Because, like, imagine you have a friend and you're only friends with them because you play games together, or you're only friends with them because you're in the same class together and you need someone to talk to, you know? Like you should be you should have friends that you can actually talk to outside of class. Or I mean, I guess acquaintances is different. I say friends like if you're being how do I say this? Acquaintances and friends are different. Acquaintances are just people that you talk to, not necessarily on the daily, but just some casual people that you'd hang out with when you're, I don't know, at work or something, like a coworker, you know? Not someone you're really looking for a deep relationship with, but uh, someone to someone that you can talk with, I guess. Which, yeah, I feel like I'm being hypocritical right now because I was just talking about how you shouldn't have friends that are just for attention. But I mean, I don't know. How would acquaintances be different? Acquaintances, it's the level of trust between them. So, like, with friends, you have a certain level of trust with them, and they have a certain level of trust with you, and they have expectations of, um, of how, well, I said that right of how, uh, they have certain expectations of how you should act. I don't really know where I'm going with this, to be honest. Like, with with actual friends, not acquaintances, you have built trust between each other to a certain degree, in which if bad things happen, you are there for them to get through those bad times. Acquaintances are people that you don't hang out with all the time, or you don't go out of your way to hang out with them, and you don't really have a deep relationship with them. Now, it's not bad to have acquaintances because it's not like uh like in class, it's not like you can't talk to them just because you're not close with them. Like they're just kind of people you talk to. They're not you don't really have any expectations of them, right? Whereas if you go out of your way to hang out with them, outside of class or outside of work, then they would be considered, I think that would be considered more of a friendship. And at that point, you have a certain level of trust in people that you shouldn't take advantage of just because you want someone to keep your attention. I think that's where I was going. So I'm so bad at organizing my thoughts. I'm hoping by next week I'm better at it. But TLDR, uh, don't act friendly with people. Don't act like you're friends if you only want to talk to them for attention. you can be friendly, you can be kind and respectful, but don't don't act super friendly to them just because you want attention, right? Yeah, I think I think so, right? Uh, I'll have a better topic tomorrow. This one, I just got back from a game. We lost by a lot. The morale was still high, but I'm exhausted. Tomorrow, I have an actual topic. Don't forget to go to church. Peace.